Aging is like walking along a path where every step leaves a trace. We often try to erase those traces with creams, treatments, or even injections, as though the passage of time were something to fight. But what if those marks were more than just reflections of time? Imagine the lines on your face as a poem being written, each word shaped by the defining moments of your life: bursts of laughter, sleepless nights, lost in thought, or the quiet pauses where everything changed. In this episode, I want to flip the perspective. What if aging wasn't a battle against time, but a dance with it? Today, I invite you to explore that dance, to uncover the hidden beauty in the small details we often overlook. Welcome to this episode of The Low Voice. Aging often gets a bad reputation. It's seen as the beginning of decline, the end of something glorious. But is that really true? Why do we fear aging so much? Is it because we live in a world that glorifies youth so much that it forgets to recognize the richness of later years? I want to ask you something. Why hide those wrinkles, those small lines, those so-called imperfections that tell the story of everything you've been through? Each line is a badge of honor from your journey. We've cried, we've laughed, we've loved, and all of that deserves to be seen, not erased. Growing older gracefully starts with accepting that everything changes, within us and around us. It's about understanding that beauty isn't static, it evolves. Think of a mountain. Over time, erosion, storms, and seasons change its appearance. But does it become less majestic? Number. It becomes different, sometimes even more fascinating. We transform in the same way. Our bodies, our minds, our outlook on life all shift. And there's a beauty in that transformation, a kind of authenticity that youth alone cannot offer. Social media and advertising constantly push us to stay young, to erase the passage of time. But at what cost? Looking at retouched photos or comparing ourselves to unrealistic standards can make us lose sight of what really matters. Our value doesn't lie in what we see in the mirror, but in the person we are becoming. It's not easy, I know, but perhaps aging gracefully also means rejecting that pressure. It's about choosing ourselves every single day and celebrating what time has given us rather than mourning what it has changed. I like to think of each wrinkle as a page in a book. Some are written in the ink of joy, others in the ink of sorrow, but they all tell a unique story. When we look at an antique object, we don't admire it for its perfection. We admire it for the stories it holds. It's the same with us. Every mark of time is a memory, proof that we've lived, felt, and sometimes survived. That's what it means to age gracefully, learning to see the cracks as openings for the light to shine through. So, what does it really mean to age gracefully? Perhaps it's simply about stopping the fight against time and learning to accept it as a companion rather than an enemy. I invite you to try something simple. Next time you look at your reflection, try to see beyond what bothers you. Look at everything your face tells, everything you've endured, and everything you're still capable of becoming. Aging isn't about losing something, it's about continuing to write. So, let's write our lives with grace, with depth, and with love. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. See you soon for another episode of The Low Voice.